Good morning. Good morning. Well, Forza Horizon 6 drama continues. Oh man. Well, this is what happens when you guys are willing to drop $120 on a game to be played early, 3 days early, right? Or 4 days early. This is exactly what you get. Um, you know, you reap what you sow. But this was my whole point on my previous video where I was really upset. And I said, I don't even know why I'm getting upset because this is a new standard. People have made their choice. They have made, I guess everyone's rich, apparently. I guess people have money. Apparently, I'm doing something wrong, apparently, because everyone's buying these $120 editions, these early, you know, access games, right? And this is what you get when you do this. The game doesn't seem to be anything super extraordinary, okay? It's the same graphics, same engine. There's no different engine. It's the same strategy, the same exact formula. The only difference is it's the settings. The settings, it's in Japan, but that's about it. Tokyo looks like Tokyo looks, like in any game. All right. It looks no different than, Tokyo that looks in any racing game, like Tokyo Extreme Racer, et cetera, right? Uh, Look, guys, I already made a video where I was, you know, being upset and emotional, and I'm like, why? Why are you being upset and emotional? It's just a video game. But this also made me realize that people are, you know, what they are. They reap what they sow. And in this case, they're easily manipulated by these companies. They'll buy Madden 27 for $120. They'll buy NBA 2K 27 this September for $150. They'll buy an early access for Fable. They'll buy an early access for Gears E-Day. They'll buy like a $20 version of Gears of War E-Day. They'll buy all of this. Or the new FC 27, they'll buy it. Okay. And if there is a FC World Cup, which I don't think there will be a FC World Cup because EA doesn't have a, license with FIFA anymore, so I don't think that's going to happen. But the point being is the same. The companies, like if you look at EA, before we get to the positive and negative reviews, of the early access from yesterday, today's Saturday. Uh, I need to say this so that way you guys understand where I'm coming from. Um, Nothing has changed. If you look in the past 12 years, if you look at companies like EA Sports, they do the same thing over and over and over and over again. They're always releasing the same garbage. You look at Take-Two Interactive, right? With NBA 2K, it's the same crap every and each year. They're not changing anything. Well, they look at analytics. They look at well, majority. They don't care about minority like me who's complaining, or like a maybe certain percentage of you who are complaining. They look at everything in numbers. They don't look at us as like individuals. They're looking at us as numbers. Majority wins. Minority, I'm sorry. Okay, you want me to repeat this one more time so you guys understand this? Okay, you should certainly remember this. Okay, you should always remember this. Majority wins, minority, I'm sorry. Nobody cares about minority. I know how it sounds, but that's the way it is. They only care about majority. So that's what these corporates do. How do I know this? Because I used to work for a big companies and I used to be a salesperson. I know the business in and out. I'm not going to go into detail, but I know the business in and out. Okay, the corporates don't care about your feelings and how you feel. They only care about the cash flow. You have to follow the money. Okay, and if you guys are obedient of a simp enough, and I have to use the word simp, and you're constantly simping for these games, paying for NBA and FC and Madden and all these other games, right? If you're constantly simping like WWE, if you 2K games and PGA Tour 2K, if you're constantly simping for these games every and each year, then you sending them a message that you are okay with this. So same thing here. You're sending the message that you don't mind paying $120 to play these games early. All right, so here's my question. All right, all of these guys who wrote a negative review, why did you pay $120, dude? Why didn't you demand a demo? Instead, you were listening to paid shills who have gotten a free copy of the game, a early preview of the game. They already finished the game. They're already done with the game. They're getting another copy of another game to play for free, like 007 First Light. These guys are millionaires, and on top of making millions of dollars, okay, they're also getting free copies of the game. All they have to do is say great things about it. Well, they have to say great things about it because they have to sign a document, digital document online that's a NDA agreement, non-disclosure agreement. Okay, so that way they have to say good things. And I don't know why you guys don't know this. I don't know why you guys don't understand this. I don't know why you need a guy like me, a Mr. Nobody, to tell you this, to educate you on this, you know. But sadly, here we are. Same thing repeats over and over and over again. Humans are so easily manipulated. And then people talk about the aliens. Why don't the aliens, like, do you really think aliens need to show themselves to us? Dude, we're not worth their time, bro. We're barely out of the jungle. We are barely out of the jungle yet, bro. It's 2026. We are barely out of the jungle. Dude, we're not ready. We're not like on that level of like of knowledge that we should be worthy of their time. For them to bother explaining to us how this works, how this technology works, and et cetera, et cetera. Yes, there's some smart people on this planet, but again, that's a minority. Majority, it's not that smart. They're easy manipulated. All right, they're easily manipulated by so many different things, by so many different influences. That's just the human nature. Sadly, and I don't want to spend this entire video talking about a philosophy of life, or philosophy of human beings. Okay, then we're not talking video games. Then we're talking about a different subject, and I don't want to jump into a different subject. But I do have to say this because this shows you just like that people are easily manipulated. How do I know they're easily manipulated? I worked sales. I know how easy it is to manipulate people to purchase something they don't need to purchase. And I know even better salespeople who are like top-notch sales. Each month, they're like, all right, this happens. I'm sorry, it's my microphone. I told you I'm not in my studio. I'm remodeling my studio, my office. Okay. It will be ready by September, unfortunately. All right. So, anyway, like I was talking about the sales. All right. So, if it's easy for a salesperson to manipulate so many people and sell them products they don't need, then imagine how easy it is for governments and world leaders to manipulate the masses, to manipulate majority, and how easy it is for video game companies and publishers and distributors to manipulate the masses because people are easy to manipulate. This is the secret that Freemasons and others and other secret societies figured out long time ago. But let's not get into conspiracies and all that other crap. All right, so let's read this. And I'm sorry that I had to kind of jump into this and talk about this, but it's important that you understand why this is happening, why people are doing this, repeating the same cycle every single year. Why is this happening? Why no one has ever learned anything? Because they can't. It's a dopamine effect. It's in their brain. It's easy to access. It's just like porn. It's addictive and they can't help themselves. And they admit it, actually. Some of them have admitted to me, I can't help it. And that's where we are. And that's why you're so easy to manipulate, to purchase, and do the same crap every and each year. And that's why this will never change. And companies, they're like, hey, this is great. We have these, you know, easy gamers, simps to manipulate, to pay for us every single time, and they'll pay. All right, anyway, so let's read this. All right, this guy right here says, I don't really know. I'll click on it. This was May 15th. I don't really know why I expect anything different from this franchise. My initial impressions are that this is just another reskinned Forza Horizon 3 with a different looking but functionally identical map, just like 4 was, just like 5 was. All that talk around progression, one of this franchise biggest issues as of late finally being addressed. And yet, the moment I get dropped into a free roam, I already have 26 cars in my garage, including Time Attack and hypercars. Then I open the same pause menu in Forza Horizon 5, get one of the early races, get handed three more cars and two more wheel spins, each giving me another car. It feels like a playground doesn't actually understand why people are asking for the progression system to be revoked in the first place, which is ironic because Forza Horizon 1 is a fantastic example. What this guy is basically saying, it's what I have been saying. Remember, my first impression of Forza Horizon 6 was like, well, this is exactly the same formula, the same exact game that we have been playing since original Forza. But this looks exactly like Forza Horizon 5. It's exactly the same clone of Forza Horizon 5. Same graphics, same strategy, same formula. The only thing that's different is the setting, and the setting it's in Japan. But other than Japan, this could be like a DLC. No, 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 no. You know what Forza Horizon 6 is? It's a DLC. This is not a cutting edge next generation Forza Horizon. We'll have to probably wait till Forza Horizon 7 for that, whenever that comes out. Uh, but this is exactly what I've been saying. Now, I haven't played the game, but what I have seen so far, the footage that I have seen of other people playing it early, it's exactly what I've been saying. And I hate to be always right, man. I hate to be always right. This is not about me being right. This is, just I use logical thinking. I call it the way I see it. And look, why did the developer reply to him? The reason the developer replied to this guy, because the developer knows that he's speaking the facts. Okay, if a developer is so upset that they had to reply to you, a nobody, a somebody who gave it a negative review, right? If you can get a developer to reply to you, that means that they're upset. because you're telling the truth. And now they're trying to damage control it. Okay, who is this guy? We don't know who this guy is. Just some guy who bought a game and Mr. Nobody. But developer, it's already replying. That's because developer, it's upset because you're telling the truth. If here's another reason how you can know if you are telling the truth. If somebody gets upset about what you are saying, that means that you are telling the truth. Because if you're not telling the truth, then what are you getting upset about, right? Well, did I say something wrong? If I'm saying something that's not pleasing to your ears, that means that I'm saying something that is true. So then why are you getting upset? So if someone gets upset about what you're saying, that's because you are telling the truth. And in this case, this is what this guy says. It feels like I've paid $120 for a new map. That's right, you got ripped off. You paid $120 for a new DLC. That's right. I'm gonna call this you paid $120 for a new DLC. But you can't blame the developer. I'm sorry, dude. See, this guy, I can't blame a developer. Like I said yesterday, dude, you is the one that's causing this problem, dude. It's people like you who are buying this for $120. Stop buying early access for $120, man. That's how you send a message. If you want to send a message, stop buying products. Stop being a early access simp. Stop. And if you stop, they're going to stop and they're going to change. But if you don't stop, if you guys continue doing the same crap every and each year, every single time, they're going to continue to do this. And they're gonna write you some reply with some, reassurance and damage control. Let's see what the developer said here. Let's read this developer's PR damage control nonsense. Hi there. Thank you for taking the time to share your feedback with us. Player feedback is important to us, and we collect as much as possible to help improve and refine the game. If you could spare the team, if you could spare the team, please head over to our Forza Feedback Hub where you can submit detailed feedback or leave your suggestions for the game. You can find the hub at www whatever https aka ms Forza Feedback. So wait a minute. So this CMRD, was this like an AI bot? This is probably an AI bot replying, dude. You didn't even get a human to reply. You've got a AI bot from developer to reply to tell you that you need to go back. This is what we used to do, man. When I was a sales representative. Do you think we have time to talk to every niche human complaining? We don't have time for that shit. We don't have time for that crap. You guys don't understand how the sales work. You guys really need to work at the corporate. For those of you who worked at the corporate, you probably know what I'm talking about. Not do you probably know, you know 100% what I'm talking about. But who doesn't know people who are oblivious to what's going on? People who are easily manipulated, like this guy who got manipulated into paying $120. And then you getting a reply from some AI uh, automated AI bot telling you, yeah, I just go over here to this link. Okay, bye. Oh my God. This guy refunded. This guy refunded the game. They said progression is back. Start the game and do the intro. Excited to start from scratch. Notice I own 10 supercars already as some nobody. Yeah, 10 supercars. What kind of progression is that? What kind of progression is that? You know what that is? Pay to win. That's right. Pay to win. You're paying $120 to play early and also pay to win. That's why there's no progression anymore. Look at Call of Duty, pay to win. Oops, oops, it happened again. It's my microphone. Why is this happening with my microphone? Because if there is no music playing in the background or something, then it automatically shuts down. What is this guy says? You paid $120 for the early access super deluxe pack. What did you expect? Of course, they gave you extra free stuff. Well, he's right. He's right. He's right. But that's the problem. Pay to win. Play early. That's the problem. So there's no competition anymore. How is there competition? Like I have to wait till Tuesday. All of us have to wait till Tuesday. And by the time we get to Tuesday, all of you who already purchased this game and played it over the weekend, you guys will have all the best of the best, best cars, best of everything. And then you're gonna bitch and moan and I mean sorry, then you're gonna brag about it, not bitch and moan, brag about it, then you're gonna brag about it. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I paid $120. I got all these cars. I'm already ahead of you. I've been playing this for 4 days now. You are a nobody. You are a peasant. Look at me. See, this is where we are. There's no competition. Same thing with Call of Duty. I have the Vault Edition. I have the best of the best. I have a Battlefield Phantom Edition. I have the best of the best. I've been playing it longer than you. I have best of everything. Pay to win. That's where we are at the gaming. There's no competition. The competition would be everybody starts at the same day with only the same cars. Nobody gets the extra goodies. We all pay $60 and whatever, $70, and we all play on day one, either pay it individually or through Game Pass. And we all start the same, we all play the same, we all start at the same day with the same cars, and then we move through progression. But you're not going to have that anymore because you guys are okaying this. You guys are simply saying, yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay paying $120 or $150 or $200 to play early, have a head start with a bunch of supercars, and then by the time the game is officially released, I'm going to be on top of the world, on top of the world. Look at me, look at me, yo 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 yo. Look at me. But you guys enabled this. You see, you can't complain. It's like George Carlin says, people who complain about politicians. Well, you can't complain about politicians because you enable them. Politicians comes from the American churches, American universities, American schools, American businesses, and they're elected by American citizens. All right, maybe something else sucks around here. You can't bitch and moan about it. All right, you elected somebody, you put them in the office, and that's it. Enjoy it. Reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. Okay. Same thing here. Why is this guy complaining? Dude, you shouldn't complain. You know exactly what you're getting. You enable this. You say you're okay with this. Now don't bitch and moan about it. But again, people will bitch and moan about it. I own Forza. This guy says I own Forza Horizon. Let me see. I own Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5, and Japan sounded like the perfect setting. All right, this guy wrote too much. Let me just get to the ending. Let me see. Okay, this guy says, for me, Japan should have been the moment Horizon broke its own habits. Instead, my first impression is prettier but underwhelming, resking with worse optimization and not enough spark. Maybe it gets better later, maybe patch itself, maybe it's worth it on sale, but at the premium price, I should not be sitting here trying to convince myself to keep playing. But why did you pay? Okay, you can't complain, dude. You see, here's the problem. You guys enabled this and now you want to complain about it. Well, you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to use any language here because the YouTube doesn't like the language. Unless I'm on a Rumble, then maybe I can use the language. profanity, but I can use profanity here on YouTube, maybe on a Rumble. Maybe I should go to Rumble. But you can't complain about it, dude. You enable this. What did the developer do? Developer says, yeah, go back to our, this is an automated bot. Developer, it's a automated bot. Yeah, go back to our Ask Forza feedback link. There's the link down below. Why don't you go? They're replying to you with a bunch of bots, bro. They're using AI bots to reply to you. You think they're gonna sit there and read your complaints and grievances? No, they're laughing their asses off at the yachts and at the parties, celebrating while you simps, I mean, I can't say it, but dude, come on, man. You know, don't complain about it, bro. Take a strong whiff of it and enjoy it. You reap what you sow. Guess who didn't pay for it? I did, because I'm smarter than that. I got myself a Game Pass for 22.99, and I can wait till Tuesday. All right. But at least when it comes Tuesday for me to play it, I'll be able to enjoy it for 22.99. And I can always cancel my membership at any time if I want to. This is why I am not a shill. This is why I don't vouch for anything. This is why I like to try things first before I can vouch for it. This is why I don't waste my hard earned cash in this terrible economy where gas is at $5 a gallon. That's why I don't waste my money on the crap that I don't need. But you guys are wasting money on a crap that you don't need. That's not smart, man. You know. But anyway, I'm just, you know, speaking to nobody here. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a, you know what. All right, so listen, I don't want to spend too much time. It's already been 27 minutes on this video. Uh, Look, guys, don't complain about it. Just take a strong whiff of it. Yeah, whiff. Take a strong whiff, smell it, take it all in. Uh, you know, you can't complain about something that you knew what you were getting into. What did you expect? This is what happens. You guys enable this. And now you're like complaining about it, bitching and moaning about it. Sorry, that's not how it works. You know, how it works is stop buying early access. Stop letting these companies know that it's okay to do this. If you truly want a real change, make that change with your money. That's the only language they understand is money. If you want companies to change something, money. That's the only language they talk is money. Okay? They don't care about your complaints. They just care about the money. And money speaks volumes. So if you guys stop paying for this, they will change things. They're gonna go back to drawing board. They're gonna say, all right, what do we gotta do to get these minions to be so obedient, to pay again for us, right? They're gonna try to figure out different strategy. But if you want them to change status quo, then you have to uh, speak with your money. Speak with your money. Don't speak with your mouth. Speak with your money. Stop paying for this. That's all you have to do. Just stop paying for this. Don't be an early access adapter. Don't pay $120 for this. But here's the sad part. Come Forza 7, Forza Horizon 7, you guys will pay $120 again, or $150, or $200. That's the sad part. Whenever the Forza Horizon 7 comes out, you guys will do exactly the same thing. You will pay $120 again to play early, or 150 or 200. So nothing will change. This video is just a waste of time. But anyway, I felt like it's an interesting video to dissect this, to analyze this, and to prove my point to what I have been saying, you know. And again, I hate to be always right, but I'm not always right because I'm some sort of a Nostradamus, okay, or some sort of a prophet. I'm neither. Okay, I'm not a Nostradamus nor a prophet. I'm not a fortune teller. Okay, what I am is someone who uses logical thinking. I use this thing called brain that the universe gave me. Yes, my parents, made me, sure, but my spirit and my mind is connected to the universe. So I use logical thinking, all right? And that's it. And it's not about me always being right, whether it's this game or 007 First Light. It's about me using logical thinking. And that's what I'm trying to teach you here. But I think it's pointless because you guys will never learn. It's impossible for you guys to learn because you guys have the dopamine effect. And if you see something, like, ooh, look at her, she has a big cleavage. And there's a Forza 7 on there. I'm gonna buy it. She has a big cleavage, and there's Forza 7 there. Oh, I'm gonna buy it. You're easily manipulated. That's how Hollywood manipulates you as well, because they know what you want, what you don't want. Well, lately Hollywood really it's been kind of like losing its identity, but it's a whole different subject. But anyway, it's a long video, but it needed to be long because there's so much I needed to say here. So that way, maybe you guys who are in a minority, not a majority. I know majority doesn't care. Majority will never learn. That's a mind hive. That's like an ants mind hive or like a beehive. I'm talking about you who are intelligent, who are at minority, and I consider myself a minority, as I'm sure some of you guys who are watching this giving likes consider yourself a minority who is smart. Um, but hopefully, maybe you guys will share this video. Maybe other people will look at this video and they'll say, well, this guy makes some interesting points here. You know, why are we enabling this? Maybe we need to stop enabling this, and maybe these companies, gaming developer companies, will stop doing this, right? Bingo. And they will. You have to talk with your money. Okay. They don't care about your complaints. You have to speak with your money. All right. All right. Well, thank you for watching. And I'm sorry that the video is 33-minute long, and I'm sorry about this microphone. There's nothing I can do about it. It happens. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I would appreciate if you would give me a like, share the video, and subscribe because it really helps me out. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video.